What's up, guys? Amster Knows Books back today with another video, and today I am finally getting to discuss the Kingdoms of Death. I finished it a while ago. I've been bogged, busy. NBA playoffs are happening. I'm still reading other books. I'm keeping on top of stuff. I'm doing the absolute best I can. But this video will be out soon, and then I'm going to get more book reactions and stuff going. So this is book 4 of the Sun Eater Saga by Christopher Ruocchio, and this one is so different from everything else we have in this series, and I think, I'll say this, non-spoilers, but this shit lives up to its name. This ain't no joke. This ain't called Kingdoms of Death and there's like one death in it. No. Let's go over sort of the overarching categories. I think this plot's a 4.5 to a 5 out of 5. I do think towards the end we got a little meandery, dragged out a little bit. Overall, I love the plot of this book. The characters, 5 out of 5. I think the best villain in the series is introduced here by far, not even close. Don't care about anybody else now. This dude's awesome. Pros, I don't know, a 4, 5. I don't care, but it was really good, and the dialogue was awesome. So we'll say 5. Thought provokingness, I'll give it a 4, 4.5, because I thought about it a lot in the immediate day or two after, but just the way I am mostly as a reader, there are very few books that I read and like a week or two will pass, I'll be like, this moment really happened, huh? And we'll get into some of those books when I make a video on them. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And then I think this book for me is going to be another 5 out of 5. I know it's not all, I don't give a fuck. This book is arguably better than Demon in White, depending on what you value as a reader and what you think and all that. And I know Ashes of Man is like, supposed to be connected to it. I haven't read it yet. Oh well. I really enjoyed this book. I think the character moments and everything were awesome. So as always, guys, for those of you that are not spoiler free, because most of you shouldn't be because it's book 4 of a damn series, but if you are, yes, no, I love the book. If you're coming off of Demon in White, I think you should enjoy this, but understand it is something different. I think there's a new wave of consequences added into this book to some extent. I do think that there are legitimate stakes in this one, and I think that there's a humbling of sorts in this book that was much, much, much needed for us to make this all kind of click. And I think that this book did a spectacular job of it. But as always, I know what you guys are here for, to some extent, the reactions. So for those of you that are leaving, I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's grow this channel. Let's make this thing a giant community. So as always, guys, this was Amster Knows Books. This is for the spoiler-free people. I'll see you later. And now, let's get right into the reaction.
Okay, guys, so I have started Kingdoms of Death. I am currently audiobooking it at work. And, okay, I'll be honest. The first couple chapters, when we were right back into some battle scenes or whatever, I was kind of like, eh. I think Ruocchio's battle scenes sometimes, they take too long. You know, I feel like sometimes they drag along, and I kind of just unironically spaced out. I just kind of get okay, I'm waiting for, character moments or, the clear break from action. But then, my boy's been on prison duty, basically. Oh, dude. Then the Emperor rolls up, bawling. But most importantly, my glorious queen, Valka, deep fries the shit out of everyone in that room. Emperor's there. Emperor's people are there. Hadrian's there. She's like, what the fuck is this? So he does all this, and you're gonna try and I was like, oh my god, she's cooking, yo. I don't want love unless it's like Valka, bro. I really don't. Like, if I get in that Valka level commitment. But I think it's so interesting now, like, the Emperor sort of distinguishing himself from his peers. Well, not his peers because he's the Emperor, but you know what I'm saying, like his subordinates, because he's like, yeah, listen, if moves are being made against you, I am not the one personally involved in them. They are going against my will. But then I'm kind of like, so why aren't you doing something about it? So clearly there must be some catch that I'm missing on. But now he's like, you know what, you're right. I need more victories. So now we have gotten the crew. Hadrian's back on the ship, and we're heading out. I'm like 11 chapters in, and despite a little bit of a rocky start because of, just starting immediately with the battle stuff, boom, I was locked in. We're back and cooking, fellas. I'll see y'all in the next vlog. Peace.
Book is cooking now. So we have now made it into the Commonwealth. I am on chapter 22. So about 200 pages in. So nearing the halfway point already. This book is way shorter than Demon and White. And it's really good. This book, I think, is doing a really interesting idea now of, so Hadrian, is in the Commonwealth, like the Emperor, needed him to go to. And it's so interesting, this this totalitarian, regime, and, this idea of identity creating difference, and difference is inherently bad. But then again, right, and again, there are these little moments where it's like, Hadrian will point out, like, oh, but you have servants, or oh, you have your, insert handmaids, whatever it is. And I do think a little bit might be possibly political from Ruocchio, but I'm like, I don't really think so. Because I think a part of it is like, at one point, I believe at the dinner scene, Hadrian points out to himself that he made similar justification arguments to Valka in, I believe it was Empire Silence, or it was Howling Dark, one of the two. So it's like, Hadrian's going, oh shit, like, I am off the Kool-Aid. And this is what it's like to talk to someone who is knees deep in the Kool-Aid. And then we just went on this fucking chase because we got betrayed again. First of all, rest in peace to one of the homies. But that chase scene on the streets and then Hadrian flipping around. By the way, something interesting too. So I believe Hadrian was attacked, and at one point he's at the nurse's thing, and suddenly one of his wounds open up. And I'm hoping that is because him using these fucking reality god powers is catching up to him. Like, this is not just continue get out of jail free, get out of jail free, get out of jail free, and get out of consequences free. Ruocchio seems to be seemingly saying, no. I am going to show you that there are consequences to Hadrian bending reality to what he needs it to be for him to survive. And I'm just so curious what the needle is, because the vision, Hadrian is like, there's only one way through the needle. I'm like, what? And also, man, Valka, my girl, she had a seizure. And I wonder if part of that is because of Hadrian too. Like, is Hadrian's reality warping only affected to Hadrian? Well, I don't know. I don't think so. So maybe he does end up getting Valka fucked up. Guys, this book is cooking, and it's cooking in a very different way. Also, this scene looks crazy. So, shout out Broken Binding, but goddamn. But yeah, guys, I'll let you know what I think in the next vlog. Peace. Okay, guys. Reading vlog number 2. I am up to chapter 31. We've been captured. It's not looking good. There's one thing I love from this stretch. Well, two. One, fuck the Commonwealth. Alright. Those guys suck. They can tootle right off. Second, I love that Hadrian could not use reality bending or whatever to get out of the problem. Like, he was like, I tried it hundreds of times or like 10,000 times or something, and every time I failed. So I was like, oh, thank you. Like, Hadrian has to suffer consequences. And now he's captured by these Eolson, and one of them, seemingly, I'm blanking on his name, it's like almost 1 in the morning, I'm tired. But one of them, he's seen visions too. I'm like, oh, shit. So now my boy Hadrian, he can't walk. His hand is cooked. I actually don't know how we get out of this. And now, you know, they're trying to torture him to give away information about the Emperor. And I'm like, I don't think he's going to do it. And the entire time he's like, where's Velka? Where's Velka? And I'm like, fuck. She's dying on screen. If she dies off screen, I'm being so serious, this book is losing a star for me. That would be so trash. But that's not going to happen. There's no way Chris would kill her off like that. So, rating law number 2 thoughts, basically, I'm glad we have weight and consequences for our actions so far. I'll let you know what everything's like tomorrow. Peace. Chapter 40. Hadrian is a broken man. He folded. He ratted. And it's even crazier because, like, Sirianni's like, okay, bro, so listen up. I already actually kind of fucked up your other homies. I got a bunch of data already from them. I just wanted to break you. And I was like, oh, he's him. Yo. Sirianni is horrible, but he's him. And I think the best part about him is that, again, I think Ruocchio is doing a really interesting thing of, like, similar to the Commonwealth, there was this idea that, oh, look, in a way, Sirianni is almost like a Hadrian for the Eolson people. And seeing that sort of, like, that fight is so intriguing. And seeing, like, time and the passage of time just continue to go. And we don't know how long it's been. Because they still have to travel to get to this planet. Hadrian has been, you know, not seeing a lot of stuff outside. So he could have been here for hundreds of thousands of years. And we won't know. And, oh, guys, now he's getting taken up. Now we're at the Broken Binding cover where this fucker is about to stand over this whole crowd of Eolson. Oh, it's so, dude. Sirianni is so cool. I think the character, like, and again, I think now Ruocchio is doing this, like, one-to-one of, like, the Eolson and the Empire, the Solon Empire, aren't all that different. Obviously, like, their ideologies and stuff, but, like, it's all just about who they put their faith in, the concepts around it, and how they view each other. And that, to me, is incredible storytelling. So I think this book is probably headed for another 5, I think. Maybe a little bit lower, because, again, I think when I just... God, this book is so good, though. And this is a Hadrian-centered book, really. I mean, it's basically Sirianni and Hadrian, and God. Oh, this book is so fucking good. All right, guys. Probably the next time I record a vlog, I'll either be just at the end, or I'll probably finish, so I'll let you know how that goes. So, peace. Sirianni is that fucking dude. And first of all, oh my, bro, he brought the entire ship down. He said, fuck the Tamarind. I don't give a fuck. He's him. Sirianni's him. Low-key, Christopher, fuck the fantasy series. Give me a Sirianni series, bro. He's him. He's him. He brought this whole ship down. He said, yeah, you know what, Hadrian? I broke you. Oh my God, this book is so good. This book is fucking crazy. This is emergency vlogs. I'll see you next time.
Fellas, ladies, Polino, Krim's girl or Polino's girl. I'm sorry I forgot your name. See, now this, Ruocchio, I see it. I get it. Now I don't know what the fuck we do from here. Fuck the C. Elson. Fuck the common bitches. We're running, bro. When we get out of this situation, I want Hadrian so bad to run that shit down. I want him to fucking come back with a receipt and like, oh yeah, I got some payments to make, motherfucker. Oh, come on, man. Bro. The Kingdom of Death is about to be the bro. Bro. This actually might be better than Demon and White for a very different reason. Like, I think just the world and the character and so fucking good. So good. This is another emergency vlog. Peace.
So I finished it. Rest in peace, everybody, bro. I'll give Ruocchio this, man. Fuck. That book lived up to its name. We escaped. It was just Valka and Hadrian, and they would go back to, the library planet, and Gibson actually stayed in Fugue. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, he's still alive. Ruocchio said, psych. He died shortly after. And just like, Hadrian's a broken man. And Ash is a man I'm very afraid, because I don't think Valka's going to make it. Because he literally at the end, it's like, I didn't come out of hell alone. And now I'm like, well, what happens when you lose the one person you came out of hell with? I know this isn't as like hype, but that book was really fucking good. And I think it might be the best. Fuck. Alright, guys. The future me is probably going to be less emotional and less in my thoughts about this. So, have a good one, fellas. Peace.
And we're back, guys. This award season was difficult. Because you think, okay, well, Emster, the MVP is obvious. It's just Hadrian. Hadrian's in the whole book. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sirianni has some fucking votes. In what was thought to be a very straightforward award race, we were fucking wrong. This dude... I wrote up my docket, my award list a couple days before this video. And even now when I relook at it, I'm like, can I just put Sirianni as MVP? But I can't. Hadrian is the MVP of this book. I think Ruocchio does a great job of not letting the dimension hopping power be a consistent get out of jail free. Now, I don't think he really explains why it isn't, other than basically Hadrian... certain situations Hadrian will be put into are so bad that maybe there just isn't a reality where he got out, or he's not like in real time, he's not like composed enough, or whatever it is. Basically, I feel like maybe it's like a composure thing or a focus thing, that if Hadrian is in like the right mental state, he can use the power, or in like a desperate enough state. But like when he tried to do it in like the prisons and everything, he couldn't, because there wasn't a reality and he couldn't find it. He couldn't focus enough to find it, maybe. But I'm just glad there's some sort of like this get out of jail free does have limits on it. And I'm glad that like the random stab wound that happened in the hospital out of nowhere. Like there are little moments that I'm like, okay, maybe Ruocchio is showing that these powers do have consequences, do have limits, and I'm just happy for that because otherwise I think I would have been very disinterested in the series by a certain point because then it's like, well, Hadrian is literally just space dimension god. How would he ever lose? Because he'll just go, no, I'll do what this reality did. Actually, I'll do what this reality did. Actually, we're going to do this. And it's just like, well, then why do I care? Because you're going to basically be safe the entirety of this novel. But no. No, this boy. He went through that shit. I ain't even going to front. But that leads to our Rookie of the Year. MVP 2 by 3 votes. We were close. Sirianni is him, man. I want a Sirianni novel. I don't care. I get it. He's so fucked up, and I get it. Everything he's talking about is so messed up. But guys, great villains for me are charismatic, have some form. Well, not all great villains. Some great villains are more whatever, but you get what I'm saying. For me, like most of my favorite villains, they had that like dog. They have that charisma. They feel like in a fucked up world, in a dark series or something, they could be the main damn character. And Sirianni is so fucking cool because he really is Cielson Hadrian. He is this prophet figure for them, and he believes he can save things a certain way. And with that, I'm like, damn. I don't know. Then we don't have the 6th man of the year. This is a pretty short race. Technically, Sirianni could be in there because he is in the whole first half of the book. It's always going to be Valka. Valka's always getting an award. I hate to break that to you guys. She is my favorite character of this fucking series. I love Valka. Okay? It just is what it is. You don't like it? Sucks to suck. I have a new award / Hall of Fame. To the entirety of our crew, from the first 3 books, you're all in. Every single fucking one of you. Rest in peace. Because, god damn, they started just dropping like flies. It was like, yep, he's dead. Oh, she died. Oh, actually, he's dead too. I'm like, huh? Oh, so good.